What's up, traders? So we are entering in what is perceived to be the end of the conflict, and the market has been shooting up for the last 2 days. And so the question is it time for leaps? Well, the answer is yes and no. Today we'll look at the data to help give us a determination of if the sell-off is over and it is time for leaps. And then we'll even look at a potential trade within the Moomoo platform. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Rashad. I am a full-time options trader, and I bring in the bulk of my income right from the stock market. But do me a favor, go ahead and smash that like button. And do remember that this is not financial advice, nor is it a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any equities or options contracts. All trading comes with risks, and results may vary. Now, for the word of the day that has to do with money, wealth building, or business, we're going to go to Galatians 6:9-10. And it says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Therefore, as we have the opportunity, let us do good to all people, especially to those who belong to the family of believers." And I thought this was a great time to share this verse, as the beginning of it says, "For at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." And I know a lot of people in this market recently had been growing weary because of all of the red weeks and all of the red days over and over and over. However, if you did not give up, you probably saw a huge increase in your account over the last few days, as the market has shown for the 8 millionth time that patience typically always pays off. And shout out to the people who did not give up and they reaped their harvest over the last few days. And speaking of reaping a harvest, I have to shout out members of the community who did just that. So we have Pre-Drag, who made over $1,000 yesterday, Clint, who pulled in $941, Daryl did $1,500, and TME pulled in nearly $2,000 as well. But since we are officially done with March, I want to go ahead and share some of my results for the month of March. And so we can see here from March 1st to March 31st, I did about 8.43% in my portfolio, whereas the S&P 500 went down by nearly 5% and the NASDAQ went down by 4.68%. All right. So I was able to outdo the market for the entire month of March. And if we go up and we look year to date, well, we can see I am now at 27% for the entire year. Whereas the S&P is down 4.33 and the NASDAQ is down 6.96. And if you've been following me this year, you know that my goal is to reach over $1 million in profits this year from the stock market. And I am happy to say that I am ahead of schedule on that. All right. But if you know anybody who is looking to trade to freedom with me and with our community of nearly 400 people, tell them about it. The link is below in the description. You'll get access to my trades, the course, the community, and you'll be around a bunch of people who all have the exact same goal. And so if you know anybody, the link is below in the description. But with that, let's get down to business. Now, this is the chart for the S&P 500 all the way up to last week. All right, we finished the first 12 weeks of the year, and we only had 3 green weeks out of the first 12. Now, this ties for the worst start to the market in history for any year. And so again, if you were able to keep a sane mind and use your patience and stay calm throughout all of this, then congratulations to you, because you do have what it takes to be successful in this market long term. You literally just went through one of the worst starts of a year ever. Okay. And so this was tied for the worst start. Now, as far as percentage wise, it was ranked as the 7th worst start of the year. Now, of course, this was all as of last week. Obviously, we know we've had 2 pretty green days over the last few days. And the very last day of the quarter, it shot up nearly 3%. But prior to that, this was the 7th worst start to a year percentage wise, and it was tied for the worst start of the year when you compare green weeks versus red weeks for the first 12 weeks. All right, so shout out to everybody who stayed calm during that. Now, another thing, if you watched my video from about 2 weeks ago, I shared that once we dropped under the 200-day moving average, which this is what this blue line shows, the statistics show that we regained the 200-day moving average, usually in about 10 trading days on average. All right, and so today would actually be the 10th trading day. And you can see we have come back towards that 200-day moving average. Now, we haven't quite regained it fully yet. But that is the statistic that it takes about 10 trading days, and we are on the 10th day. And so who knows what tomorrow will bring, as the president will be issuing statements about the current conflict. But looking at the fear and greed index, we are still in extreme fear. All right, now this is better than what we were just 2 days ago, because we dropped all the way down to 9. However, now we've moved up a little bit. We're at 16, but we are still drastically within that extreme fear territory. And so whatever the president decides to say tonight will probably weigh very, very heavy on the market, because people are still a little cautious about what is going on. But again, at any time in history, when the market was in extreme fear territory, that has always historically been a great time to buy. Now, as of March 26th, we can see how the Mag 7 was performing from their 52-week highs. All right. And so all of them have been down pretty drastically, with Microsoft kind of leading that pack at 34% down and Apple down the least at 12%. But one thing is for sure, that some of our best companies are at a pretty decent discount. All right. Now, out of the Mag 7, the two that I'm most interested in are currently Meta and Google. And so I definitely have my eye on leaps for those two companies. But before I enter, I am waiting for the data to tell me that it is the right time, and it has not done so yet. But we'll talk about all of that here very shortly. Now, you know that I always focus on the data and not so much on opinions. However, when my uncle Warren Buffett speaks, I do like to listen. So let's see what he said about where he thinks stocks are currently. Here is a video from CNBC.
Well, let's talk about that. The market has come down substantially.
Not substantially.
Well, you've got both the Dow and the NASDAQ in correction territory. It's the worst performance on a quarterly basis for stocks in about 4 years. Do things look cheaper to you?
No. 3 times since I've taken over Berkshire, it's gone down more than 50%. I mean, if you look at the markets of, the worst probably was the 2007-8 period, although there was that one Monday when you had 21% in a day. I mean, this is nothing. I mean,
Well, this is nothing to make you get excited and think there's huge valuation drops.
if they're 5 or 6% cheaper, that doesn't. We aren't in it to make 5 or 6%. I mean,
now CNN just released this article today. It says the pace of hiring just fell to the lowest since 2011, outside of the COVID pandemic. All right. Now, this is never a good thing. All right. Our economy is consumer based, and we need people spending money for our economy to be good. And the only way they can spend money is if they have a job or a source of income. Now, we are also within a midterm election year. And so that is big because typically midterm election years, we see a pretty huge drawdown. And through the years going back all the way to 1926, on average, the market has gone down by 18.2%. Now, with that being said, we can see right after midterms that the market typically goes higher, averaging going up 5.8% over 3 months, over 10% in 6 months, and 14.8% over the next year following the midterms. However, leading up to the midterms, we always see a good amount of volatility. The average is going down by 18%. However, again, that is the average. And we can see just recently in the 2014 midterm elections and the 2006 midterm elections, it went down by about 7%. And that is exactly the amount that we went down as well. And so that's some information to think about. And here we can see that hedge funds actually dump stocks at the 3rd fastest pace over the last decade. All right, so we can see from this chart here, obviously the positive numbers are them being net buyers and the negative numbers are them being net sellers. Now, at first glance, you might think that that's a bad thing and that shows that the market will go down from here. However, I do want to point out to you the other 2 times where it was even lower than this as far as their net selling. This one was in 2020, and this was right after the COVID pandemic hit its peak. And so they pretty much sold off their stocks at probably the worst time to do so. And then the next one was right after the tariff drama of last year, where stocks had a huge sell-off and then quickly reversed right when the president decided to back off of tariffs a little bit. So yes, hedge funds are drastically reducing their exposure to stocks. However, history has shown that sometimes they do it at probably the worst times to do so. And so with all of that being said, the question is, do I think that it's a good time to buy leaps? And the answer to that is, it looks like we're getting pretty close. However, we're not quite there just yet. If we look at this chart of the S&P 500, what I typically focus on, especially when it comes to leaps, is I look at the stochastic. Now, the stochastic is a momentum oscillator, and quite simply, if a stock or indice is having positive momentum, then the stochastic will point upwards. If it's having negative momentum, then the stochastic will be pointing downwards. Now, we can see here, right at this stochastic, and I always look at the weekly stochastic when it comes to leaps. And so obviously, over the last month or so, the stochastic has come down quite a bit, and it's in this oversold area now. Now, this is what I like to see when entering leaps. I want to enter when it's coming outside of the oversold territory. So if we go back into the tariff days, once things started to reverse, I started to buy leaps right here in this area here. And I was able to ride them up for quite a bit. And so it looks like we are getting into that same situation now. However, I want to see both the values of the stochastic to come up above 20. All right, so once it comes over the value of 20, then it is outside of that oversold area. That is my trigger to go ahead and make a move. All right, I am fine with waiting. Yes, by the time the stochastic comes above 20, will I have missed out on some gains? Sure, yes, I will. However, waiting and following the rules in the process also makes it so that you don't try to catch a falling knife as well, because chances are you weren't going to catch the bottom anyway. So just wait for the confirmation, because we can see we are getting close when it comes to the total market. Now, with that being said, there are some individual stocks that are showing good signs as of today. And so let's take a look at those. All right, so here we have AMD, and we can see here the stochastic is starting to come up above 20. The top line, which is the stochastic K, is at 21. And if we have a few more green days, then the stochastic D, which is the bottom line that's in the yellow, will likely follow suit as well. All right, and I have a full screener of how I find these opportunities. And if you're in the community, then you have full access to it within the course, as AMD is not the only stock that is presenting this opportunity as we speak. But let's go ahead and look at a potential trade. But first, I have to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of this video, Moomoo. Now, beyond just being an amazing brokerage and one that has tools way better than most brokerages that I know, right now they have one of the most amazing sign-up offers as well. When you open up an account using the link below in the description, not only can you get up to $1,000 of NVDA stock, but you can also get up to an 8.1% APY on your idle funds. And that is just crazy. But what was just added, they added in an additional $100 cash reward. When you open up an account using my link below in the description, you will not find this anywhere else. So make sure that you take advantage of this. But on top of all of that, their mobile platform is next level. Taking a look at their mobile app, so you can see here, you can see a lot of general information such as earnings and earnings calendars and earnings beats and economic calendars. However, what I like most is this investment theme. So if we click on investment themes, here they categorize stocks based on what they're impacted by. And so what I like most is this one that's called Nancy Pelosi Portfolio. Now, if you're not familiar, Nancy Pelosi is a US Congresswoman, and she seems to always select the right stocks right at the right time. And so Moomoo conveniently put all the stocks that she is currently investing in right here on this list for you to see. And so if you just wanted to follow what Nancy Pelosi is doing, you could follow this investment theme in Moomoo. But go ahead, check it out. The link is below in the description. You can get up to 60 free stocks, and you can only get that with this link. So go ahead and click it, and you can thank me later. Now, by definition, a leaps is just a long call that is more than 365 days out until its expiration. And so the first thing we need to do is look at the options chain and select our expiration date. All right, so we can select this June 17th of 2027 date or any date that is further out. Now, the further out date that you select, it increases your probability of profit. However, also the amount you pay for the contracts will be higher as well. So everything in the market kind of has a trade-off, and you can select whichever one that you want, but let's go ahead and make it simple and select this June 17th date. Now, the next thing we need to do is select our strike price. Now, what you want to do from here is you want to select an in the money strike. And typically I go about a 0.70 delta. Now, the reason you want to do that is you want to also, again, give yourself the highest probability of profit, because what you could do is come way out here out of the money, because obviously the contracts are much cheaper. However, you are drastically decreasing your probability of making money. And if you're going to do that, well, you might as well just go ahead and gamble it somewhere. Okay, so instead of selecting these down here because it's cheaper, go in the money. So I'm going to come up here to about this 0.70 delta here, which is the $190 strike. And we can see AMD is up about 3.5% today, but I would just come over here and select the strike. And it looks like at the mid price, I'll be paying about $6,495 per contract for this, which may sound like a lot. However, it's much less than buying 100 shares of AMD, because that would cost you about $21,000 as it's currently at 210. And so just remember that options are always just a leverage way to buy or sell a stock. And so buying leaps is a leverage way to buy a stock, because it allows you to pay literally a fraction of what it would cost you to buy 100 shares. All right, you have 21,000 versus 6,500. All right, so you're paying about 4 times less even at this 0.70 delta. And if we look at the P&L graph here, we can see this is where the stock price is currently. And we can see if you look at these numbers up here that show the current P&L and the expiration P&L, we can see that as the stock price rises up, then this contract becomes worth more and more and more. And the higher it goes, the more this contract will be worth. All right, so let's say if it goes up to around 280 bucks, then we can see up here that if it does this sometime in the near term, it'll be around $5,400 per contract in profits. And if it were to expire 442 days from now, it would be worth $2,481 in pure profit. All right, but that is what I am thinking about Leaps as we speak. Let me know down in the comments below if you are buying Leaps right now. And if you are, then what companies are you buying? But that's the end of this video. Again, if you would like to join Trade for Freedom, the link is below in the description. And don't forget to get your free shares of NVDA with the Moomoo link below as well. And with that, I will see you guys on the next video. Peace!